Hey YouTube, how's it going? Yeah, I'm back. 5 days later, a week later. I was talking about like my experience, what I had done, and this time I'm talking about what I'm trying to do in the first place. So my experience making money. Obviously, like I've been trying to make it for the past 2 years, but stuff hasn't gone so right. And the whole purpose of this is for me to show the process of me hopefully getting it right. And I had a channel similar to this one, but what happened was that I was posting on it. A ton of people I knew found out, and I ended up making a fool out of myself. Of course, I did get some progress, but then I had to stop because I had school coming up again. But instead of me letting that cripple me and stop me from trying, my whole thing is that I'm going to change my approach this time. And I'm a year 12 student, so at the end of this year, no more year 12. I'll be able to go all in on the thing I was doing beforehand, which was remote sales. I do think to myself that is sales really the path I want to take? But when I think about it, like I've already tried a ton of other business models. I've tried drop shipping, I've tried organic TikTok, I've tried content creation. I'm still doing some content creation, but I feel like an issue that a lot of people have is that we jump from business model to business model, but we just got to stick with one thing long enough for it to compound. So the whole purpose of maybe me going back to doing sales when I can at the end of the year would be for me to actually build some capital, make some money and actually use that as an asset instead of just lying in wait, staying in the same position, making some money with one business model, switching, making some money with another, and then switching again. Because at that point, it becomes an endless cycle and you never build enough escape velocity to break out of the atmosphere. But other than that, I do want to talk about sort of my goal and where I want to be this time. And I even printed out one of my vision boards that I made about, I think, a year ago. And I'll just put it up close to the screen. Like looking at it, it may be confusing. There's a lot that may make sense, may not. Like there's a YouTube play button here. Obviously, I do want to do good with content in general, whether it's this channel or another one. But something that may confuse people is there being a lizard. And to be honest, it's because that's something I really want in the future. Like I want to be able to have my own place and have a pet lizard that is that big. And it may be a strange idea, but it's something that I want to achieve. And I mean, to get things like the YouTube play button, this lizard, live in a nice place like a villa, and just sort of get to a sort of life that I'm sort of chasing, I would have to make around 20, I think around 15 to 20,000 at the low end. But if I really want to get that, 20 to 30, a more mid-range goal. As a start, everyone says they want to make 10,000 a month. It's like a shiny number. 6 figures a year. It sounds great. And nothing. But I gotta at least make something. So it may be a longer term goal. Hopefully it's not too long term before I get to the point where I can make 20,000 a year. I mean, a month. 20,000 a year is crazy. But I do believe I'm capable of achieving this. And it is going to be hard and difficult. And like me last year, I would have said that I'm 100% going to make it. But whether I make those acclamations is not going to change the outcome that I get. So instead of me just talking, I'm going to focus on doing the work, focus on showing up, and taking the steps I can, every bit that I can, to get to that point. And so for me to achieve my goal, getting the nice house, making the money, getting the circle, getting the lizard, and even the YouTube play button, it's all going to require work, continuous work, work on work on work. And I can't give up. You just got to keep going. Like, I know a lot of people, they start on this sort of like path where they want to make money. And most people, they never even touch a single dollar. Like, they'll try one thing, they'll meet resistance and they give up. And that doesn't even talk about the little people who stay in it for so long and then get nothing. Like you hear stories of people winning, but there is hundreds more stories of people who failed. Failure is everywhere. People fail, fail, fail. You never see them on highlight reels, but they are all around you. You may think it's a small amount of people, but it is a large number. But those people aren't vocal about it. Like something like this, it's not necessarily easy. It takes a lot of hard work, but more than that, consistent hard work over a long enough period of time for that to compound. So if I do want to get there with posting, even with what I can to make some money, even get monetized on YouTube, it's going to take a ton of work. Just posting consistently, posting quality, keeping up to date, not getting lost in like assignments, school, just getting everything tangled up. But I have to show up every day like I mean it. And with me having these sort of goals, it's like, why do I even want this? You know, why would someone even want to be rich? Like, what are you trying to prove? And if I think about that kind of a question, it's not that I'm trying to necessarily prove myself to a specific person, like someone I know, because at the end of the day, it is just a connection, but rather it's a selfish desire. It's for myself. Like I want to prove to myself that I am capable of achieving this, that even though it is difficult, I can make it work. And I'm going to build that confidence so much that when it becomes a reality, it may be shocking, but I want to know that when I get there, that I can have some relief knowing I was able to do the stuff that I set out for myself. So I think that's it. Set out the goal. This is the vision. I'm not even sure if I want a McLaren. It seems nice. Hopefully. Who knows? But yeah, set out the goal, set out the target. Most of the plan, how I'm going to get there. Next video, I might talk about what I'm specifically doing. But yeah, I think that's something. Leave in the comments if you want to share any of your own experiences. Love to hear them. And yeah, God bless.